Hello and welcome to the season finale of the Apex Racing League GT3 trophy live here from the Apex Racing TV esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick and alongside me is David Sampson. And David, we have one more round to decide who our champions are going to be. And the good news is that mathematically all of our championships, all four of them, the 3 drivers championships plus the teams championship, they are still winnable for multiple drivers. And so there's a lot at stake here at this Italian circuit.
It wouldn't be an Apex Racing League without ending at Imola. But it has been awesome to see how close the battling is. Yes, it's still mathematically possible, but it has been impressive a couple of these battles running as long as they have done. I think early on, especially with a few of the key names and key drivers, we thought maybe a bit of a runaway. So yeah, it's been very exciting.
Absolutely. Well, let's have a look at the Pro Championship as it stands. And it is Nikolai Agard, who, of course, had the opportunity to wrap it up last time out. He was in a championship winning position, but he ran out of fuel. He was a victim of his own success in qualifying, where he had the second furthest along pit stall and he didn't have enough fuel to get there, and he lost about 10 seconds. And it means that Mick Palich gained a position and he's got a small chance. Palich basically has to win today and Agard have a bad round, but it is still alive.
I'm sure he's still going to clinch the championship, but unbelievable. 2 laps. He ran out of fuel, pitting 2 laps less than his teammate. And yeah, I mean, it was a bad error. For his skill level, it was a bad error.
It was. And in the Pro-Am Championship at the moment, we have got Ihor Zudetskyi, who has really been the class of the field this season. Had a few tricky rounds in the middle part of the season with a couple of lap 1 incidents at Nürburgring and Suzuka, but he was back on form last time out at Bathurst, and again a big points advantage. The bad news for Ihor is that his drop score is very, very bad, so like if he does have a really bad round today, he stands to lose a lot of points. Gordon Hall's been in great form, but it looks like Ihor's probably going to do enough.
Yeah, I mean, Ihor's been... I mean, he could have done quite well in Pro. I don't know where he would have finished, but he definitely has that edge, especially in qualifying, with outstanding qualifying positions of an overall P1, I think an overall P2, but generally unstoppable in qualifying.
Yeah, it's been really, really good this season. In the amateurs, we've got Martin Varga, who looked like he was going to run away with it with the first 3 rounds. He took pole in each of them, won 2 of them as well. But since then, he's only finished on the podium once. And the driver in form, or the drivers in form, have been Simon Andre Livingston, who's had an absolute surge in the last couple of rounds in particular. And it's got down to 17 points now. Of course, we saw Martin spin on that puzzle at Bathurst last time, as many drivers did at the top of the mountain. And yeah, there's a small chance now for Simon, but it's going to need to be a bad round for Varga again in order to switch around.
I mean, Varga, when he's been strong, which has been quite a few times, he's been unbelievably exceptional. I think he would have pretty much matched the top 2 in Pro-Am. But when he's not strong, he fits in the AM class. But yeah, I don't know how much of it's been bad luck or overdriving, but it's been a really interesting season for me. It's been brilliant to watch, actually.
And in the teams championship, we've got Crofter Canton Auto, who have recently been strengthened by the return of Eric Rosseth, who was really quite crucial to their championship lead. If it weren't for Rosseth last time out, we would actually pretty much be tied on points with Core Sim Racing 1. But since his return, he's been able to get a few extra points to them in the last couple of rounds, and that means that they've got a gap, but not much of a gap, and there's no drop scores as well in the team's championship, so it could still change. So technically, Mac Performance could still win, who have been sort of lurking in that 3rd position for the entire season, but that is a little bit of a long shot. Let's have a look at our calendar as well. Just an 8-round season, and as you said before, Imola is pretty much the season finale almost every ARL season.
I don't know if it's iconic or you're just lazy. I can't work out which.
The thing is, like, so I think it just accidentally became a thing, and now I've leaned into it.
Yeah, now you just pick the first 7 because you're saving Imola.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's not actually that great a season finale circuit in terms of it's a fun circuit to drive. It's not the most action-packed.
It's quite testing for the drivers. It's not the most popular. It's more of mid-tier popularity. But especially the higher-rated drivers who, more core focus on the big tracks, it tests them at the close of the season.
Yes, it absolutely does. In terms of our format then for today, we've just got the A Racing format, so 60% fuel fuel tank capacity 60-minute race is what we had at Bathurst last time out. So no, awkward sums for us to work out with the double race. It's going to be quite simple for us to try to establish who's won the championship at the end of the day. In terms of the weather, I think there's a tiny little chance of rain, but really nothing to report about. And of course, with it being later on in the year, it is still quite cool out there, so plenty of grip for the drivers. And a shout out to Apex Racing Academy as well. Their Christmas sale is active, so you can head over to apexracingac.com and use the code XMAS40 in order to get 40% off an annual silver subscription, which is our most common subscription level, because that gives you access to all the data packs for 50+ cars that Apex Racing Academy cover. So if you missed out on the Black Friday sale, this is a very good opportunity for you to get that now during Christmas. And we can now have a look at our track guide for this round. It's Imola, of course, and we've got a couple of previous events as well that we can have a look back at as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love this track. I always have. It can be a bit frustrating with the off tracks, and if you don't like curbs, then you're really not going to enjoy Imola. But this section here, very testing with the off track and the tracking out, and it makes for great racing. We see, as we see Anders Meyer going for a move here, we see some great racing through this collection of corners. We obviously see the moments where they get it wrong and it causes great calamities, but I love the flow of this track.
Do you remember the last race we broadcast here where drivers were lapping 3 seconds off the pace?
Maybe 3.5.
Long train. And we had a lead pack of 16 cars at one point because they were obsessed with saving fuel. I can't quite remember why they were doing it. Do you think they might do it again today?
I don't remember what set it off, but I do remember people at the back being 2.5 seconds a lap quicker and probably wondering what.
I think Russ Fowler set the fastest lap of the race at one point, which I think he knows something's going on when that's happening.
Or getting that very wrong. I think the off tracks here have been slightly improved, which can make for a more enjoyable lapping experience. So we head into the double left. Easy to get wrong this. I like the last corner at Bathurst. You're almost tied up with the lap and thinking it was just a left hand, but it's just so easy to get this section wrong, and it is quite crucial. Because this is a long straight. People think of Imola in their head as tight, twisty, and big curbs, but this is a very long straight and a very technical braking zone.
Hopefully we have a similar finish to that. Yang Shi Lin winning back in the Formula Vs on a previous broadcast right there. Yeah, that is pretty much our Imola circuit for today. In terms of our picks for who we think is going to win today, I have gone for Leo Gigotta to win in the pro category. I think he's been very strong recently, and of course very, very strong at the start of the season, in particular winning back at Mexico City. So best of luck to him to end the season well. Aiden Carter there, and then also Jakob Trinkel, who's been in fantastic form in recent times. Who have you gone for?
In pro, I stolen your pick, I'm afraid. Leo has been phenomenal. Like, I almost wrote him off. I think I actually said the words. But he's been phenomenal. Really pleasure to watch. He's done things, achieved things that I didn't think he could do, beat people I didn't think he could beat, so hats off to him. Gordon Horg, I think, has been the star of Pro-Am for the latter half of the season. I think he might look back at the start of the season and maybe just collecting those points could have settled it. Jan Schuttler as well. Am's been so close, to be honest. I know Varga's been very dominant, but Jan's been really impressive.
Yeah, well, best of luck to all of them. We're going to go to an advert now, but when we're back, we'll be covering the qualifying action.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
So, welcome to qualifying then at Imola, and the drivers in the amateur category just putting in their times at the moment. This is a 32-minute session, of course, and the first 10 minutes allocated for these amateur drivers, and then we'll see how they get on with the other classes. Currently, it's this man, championship leader, Martin Barker, on pole position, which isn't something we've been able to say in recent times, though, because, like I said earlier, he did take three of the first three poles of the season, but it's been slim picking since then. He seems to be on form today, though.
Yeah, very much so. And a purple sector 1 on this next lap. Yeah, been an excellent driver, and as I say, when he's on it and looking fast, he's been super dominant. And sometimes scoring an obscene amount of points because of the amount of pro-ams he beats.
Can he go even faster here? He does. And not a bad effort there from Jan Schuttler in the Aston Martin, but still a 10th down because Simon Andre Livingston, who's got the best chance of beating Varga in the championship. He's currently in 3rd position, and he improves a lot as well. So, of course, these tyres still getting better. Jakob Trinkel now up into 3rd position. Those top 4 really have sort of been the class of the field so far this season, so about right that they are currently on the front 2 rows of this amateur grid. Still got a couple more laps to set though.
I do love that overlay at the bottom. I don't know about you, but I just abuse nowadays. That's all I use. It's so helpful.
Well, I think I've mentioned this before, but something that would be cool for Pascal from SDK to add is the MotoGP thing on the timing tower. Those sector times come up next to each driver.
Yeah.
Because that's really good. But obviously, even real life F1 doesn't have that. So I think we can be forgiven for not having that ourselves.
And the AWS predicted lap time.
I mean, the fact that in qualifying, they only show 3 drivers.
Yeah.
Like even us, we show 4.
Yeah.
But they show 3 drivers, and this is the incredible. 10 drivers set laps, and yeah, we're going to show 3 of them. But they're not the 3 that you care about. No, they're just 3 that we randomly picked, you know. So Schuttler on a few personal bests here. This is going to be far away from another improvement for him. Varga improves by another 2/10. Is Schuttler able to improve as well?
Some greens, but no purples. It's quite a chunky time, 3/10 of a difference, but close behind. Well, Trinkel and Livingstone. Russ Fowler's a little bit of a setback.
Yeah, no improvement there for Schuttler. Does leave him a little bit vulnerable to the others, but Fowler improves to 4th position. Livingston was unable to improve, I think, that last time round, so he drops down to 5th position.
You a fan of this track?
I am a fan of this circuit. I think it's a wonderful track to drive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so the off-track's probably the single most frustrating thing I think anyone finds here. You just want to drive this sector, you know, you want to push, but you're always threading the throttle.
How do you feel about Madrid replacing this circuit on London?
I don't understand F1 anymore.
I mean, this is a bad F1 circuit, to be fair. I love this place, but it's an awful place for Formula 1.
Sure, but there aren't, I think we've said this before, there aren't many good racing tracks on the F1 schedule anyway. Like, how many, there's not 5 where you go, yeah, this makes for great racing.
Baku?
Yeah.
Silverstone.
I agree with Baku.
Lagos.
Interlagos.
Yeah.
I love the track. Great racing, I'm not sure. I love Baku racing, you're 100% right. Silverstone's always good.
Vegas, I think, is good. Like, I think Vegas has consistently been a good track.
I like watching qualifying at, like, Singapore and stuff like that. Like, it's
sure. Yeah.
mega. You always remember who got pole at Singapore.
Well, you do, because your favourite driver was good, right?
Correct, he was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Schuttler in second position then. Livingston sits in 5th place. That's a very disappointing qualifying for Simon Andre Livingston, who has got a lot of work to do if he's going to win the championship. He's got to basically beat Varga by 8 positions today.
Don't think Trinkle's going to
start
find anything now he's in. Oh, they can't cross the line, of course, no. They're done.
He could complete that, yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's what the other's doing. Messager stays in 7th place. Bahut's improved at the end, so that's our 9 AMs. We have got quite a big field today, just not many amateurs. A lot of them has dropped out as the season's gone on. But yeah, the pro-ams who are now out on circuit are going to be a bit more plentiful.
And they've been the stars of the show, sorry pros, but I think in qualifying, the AMs have been the more impressive class to watch. I'm generalising here quite a lot, because obviously they haven't taken the most poles. And again, I apologise to the pros, but I just think the pro-ams have really stole the show.
Yeah, well, I think because a few times they have taken pole, haven't they? I think Hawk's got 1 pole, and I think Zvidetsky has got a pole as well. And we've only had 7 rounds, so yeah, that's very rare. That happens a couple of times in a season. Even last time out, Bathurst, they weren't too bad, despite the fact that they were at a disadvantage because the track was getting drier.
It's not even my decision, but Yeehaw finds himself in pro next season. I don't care what his iRating says. He's too good. Yeah. Way too good.
Even if he loses the title.
Correct.
He gets put in pro.
On qualifying alone.
Because this is his debut season in Invictus, so he didn't really know where to put him, but his iRating is 3.8k.
Yeah, he qualifies way higher than that.
The pro cutoff is 4.2. I mean, the reason why the pro-ams are so good is that all the pro-ams pretty much are between 4.2 and 3.2 iRating.
Yeah.
Which still makes it the largest class, but it's just that's where a lot of drivers sit on iRacing is sort of in that 3k range, like myself.
The best. You're like these league drivers. Your iRating does not reflect your skill, so don't even pretend.
I think if you watch me in PEG GB, you'd say I should be
correct,
below
yeah.
2k. But
no, you're way more skillful than 3k. I'd say about 80 less than me. That sort of range.
Yeah, sure.
90,
sure.
80,
yeah.
80, 90, 70. Maybe not at the Nordschleife, eh?
No, I didn't crash.
No, I meant you'd be higher than me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. See ya. Your team went.
Lewis Ward, who usually does the production for these broadcasters, not here. He's in Wales.
How many weeks did it take to stop smiling when you two blew past us?
Wait, what do you, like...
In the 24, you overtook us and then just headed off into the sunset. I know you guys died, but still.
No, I was just grumpy, because I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm finding this really boring. Can I crash? And then I do all my stints. I do 4 hours of impeccable driving.
It was.
And then Lewis gets in and stacks it.
It met bed earlier.
Yeah. So the drivers still warming up their tyres, of course. That's why they're so far off the pace. But this, first lap coming up here is going to be the most representative. Of course, even on the colder tyres, Zvidetsky is the fastest driver by quite a margin, if that counts for anything. But he has been, of course, the fastest qualifier in these pro-ams for most of the season.
Mitty in chat asking what when Miami. We've got Eric Seff giving us a wave and Taps cheering on Core.
We don't have Miami in the Porsche Cup season coming up next season. We do have Adelaide, though, as the season finale, which is quite the season finale.
It's there now, round 1, in the officials.
But I mean, like, in the Porsche Cup series.
Oh, the ARL series, sorry. Yeah. I don't know if I'm a fan.
Of Miami?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know, it's too early for me to decide.
What cars do you think are good around there?
Anything but GT3.
Sure. Zvidetsky, you're very close to Varga. Varga's time holding on strong as it stands. Of course, still the tyres getting a little bit better.
Engel to P7. Carter to P7.
A long way off Yeehaw, though, aren't they?
Yep. I think Yeehaw's going to get that lap pretty quickly. Still feel bad for him, like Suzuka T1.
Yeah. And I mean, if anything's going to cost him this title, it's going to be that, or like what happened at Nürburgring where Bennett Parsons caused a bit of a collision and spun him round. Because besides that, he's looked fairly impenetrable. Albeit at Mugello, he did get caught up in an incident in race 2 when he went for an over-ambitious move on the outside 3 wide. That cost him a few places, but yeah, just needs to survive lap 1 and it should be on his way.
Alan in chat, I still blame David. Yep, I would as well. Can't get my head around Miami in GT3. No. I don't think we meant to.
I didn't realise how many different variations of Miami there.
Yeah, it's from the way they worded it. That was part of the delay.
Okay, sure.
Eric sent Adelaide Gigatrack. I have to say, I haven't done a lap. Well, I did half of a lap. It looks really technical and rewarding, but it does look hyper-technical.
It does look impossible to overtake as well. Like, there are next to no overtaking. Like, there's next to no straights, basically.
Yeah, it looks very mentally taxing. Really does. Maybe that'll change in time when everyone learns it a bit better, but it does just look tricky.
Ehor goes fastest, but not by much. Engel gets in close. Carter doing well. My pick for today. Good to see Mark Hutchinson back. And that's a good lap there, actually, for Hutchinson. I say it every single week. I'm sure if Mark does tune in for these, he probably gets tired of hearing it. But he's not the best qualifier, is Mark. He always does much better in the races. But that time has already put him in a decent spot. I mean, that should be top 20 on the grid, even after the pros have gone, I would have thought.
He's representing the vet. It's been quite rare this season. Very good on fuel. And an amount of things to compliment it on. Sorry. It looks good. It doesn't sound good. The aero balance or something, I can't remember the specifics, but have been tweaked. There was a few tweaks recently. The Porsche's taken a small step up, I'd say, the last 2 updates. It's nice to see it mixing again.
Yeah, Nathan Tate currently second place of the Porsche drivers. In 19th place, it's Alessa Casilla, the amateur driver, who is a couple of spots ahead of him overall. I'm looking out for sectors. I'm not seeing a ton of green sectors, honestly, right now. Rafael Jurica's on a pretty good lap, so watch for him to maybe improve from 5th position. He's got a bit of time to gain in order to get up a place. Can he do it? No, he must have picked up a 1x somewhere on the lap, or maybe just didn't improve. Getting ahead of him though, is Darren Sebastian in the Mercedes, up into 5th place himself. Bari improves a little bit. Josh Boots improves. Martin, Martin was back in the pits. Everyone else still trying to improve. Fox now up to 3rd.
Alex Rogers in chat, cheering on Nathan. Isn't Alex meant to be driving?
Very true, one of our Pro-Am drivers, yeah.
Porsche driver.
Roger Smith signed up for our Porsche Cup League. I might be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, Alex, but a lot of enthusiasm about the Porsche Cup.
It is
right now.
It drives so well, man. It really does. It's fun. It makes for good race. I don't like the front suspension. Sure, am I going to get used to it? Am I not going to fall foul to its issues? Sure, I'll get there, but it's such a shame that I can't just have it all. Like, just fully love the car, because it is fun to drive.
Yeah, in the league that we host, we sold out 60 entries in 3 days, I think. If it wasn't such a busy January, I'd be tempted to host a second.
You'd be shocked about the traction levels, though. Shocked. Yeah. It's more traction than GT3s. And the braking's... The ABS feels like a small step in the right direction. Yeah. Really does feel good. It's so direct as well, which is not the word you would use for a for a Porsche Cup usually, but it is really direct.
So Zudetska unable to improve on the last time. Engel second place in the championship. Can he improve? No, he stays in 6th position. And despite only being a 10th off his championship rival, he's going to be starting at least 5 positions between. Likely much more than that. Josh Boot only 2/10 off provisional pole. But he's down in 9th place
Oh,
as
Fox the
Marcus Fox
first.
improves. And that could be important for the championship because, of course, Fox is teammates with Engel. And so might be able to help out his teammate and Gordon Hogg as well. Sorry, I think it's Hogg that we need to be watching out for, isn't it? So
Yeah, but that was
no,
right
Fox
at the
did a good
last, that
call.
was. Very impressive. Alex can't make it tonight, unfortunately. How important is it a car that takes curbs well? Ford, 1 through 6. BMW, 7. I do like the Ford here.
That's the car that you'd pick then for this circuit.
It's not what I'd pick, it's the only car I drive nowadays. If I'm not in a Porsche Cup at the moment, I'm in a Ford GT3, yeah.
Take just about across the line in time. He must have crossed the line with about 2 seconds to start that final lap. It wasn't an improvement anyway. So yeah, of course, Hogg is 2nd place in the championship. Aiden Carter, to be fair, is very close as well in 3rd place in the championship, despite having a terrible time of it last time out. So Carter up there in 4th, Hogg in 5th, but Swiatek, Pro-Am championship leader, up there in 2nd place.
I don't know if it's gone noticed, but Martin Varga, 3rd, Jan Schuttler, 11th. That's how you win these lower classes,
Yeah.
doing things like that in qualifying.
But it does put him in the firing zone, I'd say, for that one. You know, being around drivers who are probably faster than you, puts you in a tricky spot.
Right, see what the big boys can do.
Yeah, because it's A-Guards who we're mainly watching out for. A-Guard and Palach, the main rivals in the Pro Championship.
Were there many penalties from last round? Because there was a few questionable.
There was some questionable regions.
Yeah. I think one, I lost it. I lost it on.
Yeah.
I lost it on the mic. I lost it.
He did apologise in the Discord chat afterwards.
What, to me?
Sorry that you had to see that, guys. That's what I was saying to the PEC GB broadcasters after every race.
Yeah, I mean, we've all done it.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the penalties now. No quali bans for today. There's a lot of drivers like very close to a quali ban, and we should keep that in mind actually. That if drivers pick up penalties in this race, they won't have a quali ban to serve in the next one, but they can get like a 20-point post-race penalty. So we'll try to keep an eye on that. I can actually already say there's already been a protest submitted for this event from practice, which is unusual.
From practice?
We won't read it out because it might be very legitimate, but we'll see. There were only 4 protests last time out, 2 of which got penalties. The bad rejoin was your friend and mine, Sven Lotman.
Right.
But there was also a penalty. There was also a penalty for Daniel Cialfi and Jan Schuttler as well. But generally quite clean. I think they had the puddles at the top of the hill, top of the mountain, to worry about more than each other last time out at Bathurst. No rain for this round though. It's a little bit of a shame because the rain that we had at Bathurst is the only bit of rain that we had for the entire season. So hopefully when the Porsche Cup League starts in January, we'll have a little bit more of that action.
I've no idea what that car's like in the rain. Interesting to find out, sure.
So Eric Vassef already setting purple sector times. We're watching Nikolai Agard, his teammates. Of course, former Pro-Am champion in the Porsche Cup League is Agard, so it's quite cool to see how he's improved as much as he has over the last couple of years to now be on the brink of winning the Pro Championship in this GT3 Trophy League.
Yeah, he seems like a really good driver.
And Vassef already to the top of the standings, 0.3 of a second. Not taking too much time for him to warm up his tyres. Nick Palach in a distant 11th at the moment. Agard only in 17th, but expect the tyres that they're now about to start to be the quick ones. We're now watching Carl Winkler out there. Just him and Jack Osborne yet to set at that time. Albeit it seems like Osborne is stuck in the pits, so he might not be taking part in qualifying. Of course, welcome to everyone in chat. Hopefully you're enjoying this last studio broadcast of the year.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's the end of the year a big thing for you? Do you like regenerate at the end of the year?
I haven't regenerated in 30 years.
Yeah.
No, it's always nice to see family and everything. Yeah, so I love that. But no, I don't kid myself about New Year's resolutions. I've
No.
still got my Christmas weight on from last Christmas, so yeah. Yourself?
No, not too much really. I think my birthday's in early November, and so I sort of still have that in the back of my mind. In terms of that's a bigger occasion in terms of
Oh, of
feeling
course,
old,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, Seth, can he improve with this next time? I think he stays put. Yeah, he was 400 slower, so again, not a bad lap. Would be enough for pole position again. Agard's still only down in 12th place. I mean, Rosseth is an absolute fire. We saw it back at Bathurst, but this is quite a pace advantage he has over all the rest of the pros right now.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Because what was his issue for most of the season? Was it his pedals broke?
A wheel.
His wheel broke.
Yeah, literally the wheel rim.
That's why he's missed quite so many rounds this season. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have been in the championship fight.
Yeah, he was missing gears, like it was all going wrong. So I assume a USB failure.
Wasn't slightly hesitant on the turn-in for the Villeneuve chicane. Winkler moves up into second position, so it's now Course Sim Racing second and third. It's a good place for them to be. And of course, they are the ones who could potentially help out Make Palach, who is currently down in 14th position in this race. Or in this qualifying, sorry. But is ahead of Agard. Agard down in 16th. But it is close times. It's just absurdly close between 4th and 16th. Only 2/10 separating 13 drivers. So just warming up, I think, for another lap. Rosseth with a couple of personal best sectors. He might be able to eke a little bit more time out of this Ferrari here. And he does. It's
39.
Another
That's
2/10.
huge. 3.8 tenths quicker than his nearest pro. Palach to P4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Agard only to 12th. But Agard is struggling. If you were teammates with Palach, say you were a Dominic Engel, for example, would you back up Agard in order to help your teammate in the championship? Would you just be quite tricky to defend him, and maybe you're saving your tyres a lot in the first stint just to back him into the pack a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I don't love team games like that. I get you do. You've always said that you do.
I think it depends on your relationship with your
Sure.
other driver. Like
Yeah, I mean, if it's it's tough.
you're not contracted to the team. You're not obliged. You
No.
need to want to do it yourself. So if you want your teammate to win, or if you I think the strong thing is if you dislike the driver you're trying not to win,
Sure.
that's a motivation.
But I like everybody, unless they do a rejoin, then they get a 24-hour hate
Yeah.
I mean, holding up someone like Agard, staying ahead of Agard's hard enough. I mean, I don't know if I could mentally prepare myself to be like, oh, I'll just back this dude up.
Sure.
But I'm not sure. But Seth lighting up the timing towers, boy.
So here is Agard. Three personal best seconds. This is looking like a good time for Agard. It's actually a really good time for Agard. This might be enough for second place here. This is going to be his last lap. He's not going to quite be able to get in the next one, so this is very important. Palach moves up to third. Can Agard move ahead on Palach? He cannot. He's a 10th and a half short, or 100th and a half short, sorry. But that's good news for Agard, and it puts him in championship winning position.
Yeah, 100%. And he can work with Seth. That's the key. That's what he gains from that. He has a teammate near him. Before it was too far to do anything with. I mean, who is it? Who is fighting for that P2 for that P1 position in Pro?
Palich and Agard.
Right.
I think he's not going to find an improvement there. Palich actually does have time for another lap. The start of the lap isn't sensational, but it's about matching his best so far. Can you get one more place? Rosseth is not attainable at all, but front row of the grid might be possible for Palich. Albeit, I mean, is second much better than third? I don't know.
Fair point.
Especially his teammate is second anyway, so it's not much at stake here.
Depends on the track and everything. I'm just trying to think. It's tough. Imola T1, T2 and all that section. I mean, fortune favours the brave and the experienced. I love going into it, but I know lots of teammates and friends who hate the beginning of this race.
Well, this is going to be really close to second place. It all comes down to this final sector because I think he's matching Winkler all the way on this lap so far. So can Palich find the time he needs? It's definitely going to be an improvement. Is it an improvement enough? It is. And that's a pretty good effort. Gets within a tenth and a half.
But no,
you can
that was
see how close it was.
Milliseconds from the end of the session.
Yeah.
Milliseconds. From that camera angle, I didn't actually think... If the time hadn't come up, I would have assumed he hadn't made it.
So we now have this 3 minutes interlude before we go into the main race.
Eric in chat saying, and I quote, bam.
Yeah.
Ferrari's obviously OP. That's the only reason, right? I reckon it's at least worth 3-4 tenths.
Sure.
Yeah. That's why everyone picked it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Ronald Grossman. He wouldn't agree with you. He's down in about 30th place. Maybe a bit higher than that. But, yeah, Seth absolutely did it.
Yeah, for sure. And that, as long as, well, the teams is pretty much tied up mathematically.
Well, yeah, so it's Core Sim Racing 1, isn't it? So Core Sim Racing 1 have got, so it's Gloucester Canton who have got Rosseth and Agard, so that's first and fourth. Core Sim Racing 1 have got second and fifth. So, yeah, the Gloucester Canton need to probably finish in the top 10 in order to confirm that championship, both drivers.
Just 1 hour until I can bury the Fez, yes. Yeah, not my favourite car. But no, mega lap. We remember Rosseth racing here in the last GT3 last race of the season. In a different team.
Yes.
I'm
trying to remember how he did.
He was one of the ones fuel saving. I think he got caught up in a big...
I think it was Tailman who ended up winning that one, I think.
Oh, God, it's so long ago. Rosseth was definitely there.
Yeah, I think this was back in March.
What was the team name? It was something Ford, with Ford on the end. It was. The team...
The sponsor was...
Yeah.
Can you let us know, please? He's not... Is he driving at the moment? I don't think he's driving. No, he's not driving. He can let us know. Got 50 seconds. He's not push the lead.
So some names that didn't get the qualifying you'd expect. Jacob Trinkle way down. I know he's P3 in AM, but we've seen his performances in qualifying sometimes be a lot stronger than that. Leo Ducotta went a bit under the radar there in qualifying. He's actually behind Ihor and Marcus Fox. So again, the program's really delivering in, what's that, 5th and 6th? I mean, that's a really good lap from Marcus Fox. Racing Lab, that's it, powered by Ford.
Yeah.
Racing Lab, yeah.
We're hosting, or we're broadcasting a Racing Lab event actually in about a week and a half for their Christmas event. I don't know if Eric is going to be taking part in that one, whether he's still got ties to Racing Lab, but yeah, it would be cool to see him out there. As the interlude comes to an end, and we'll soon be gridding up. We've got about half a lap of a warm up around this circuit before we go for the race. And yes, I think we can go through the grid now, and it's Eric Rosseth on pole position for Gloucester Canton Auto. Then it is Make Paluch in second place going for the title. Carl Winkler's third. Nikolai Agard just needs, I think, a top 10 would be enough to win the title today. So that's what he'll be looking for. Then it's Marcus Fox in 5th position. Yihor Zudetskai in 6th. Then it's Leo Jagotza. Martin Varga with a stunning qualifying, much more like what we saw in the first few rounds of the season, up there in 8th. Then it's Ivan Tonneson. Aiden Carter, who's still got a chance at the Pro-Am Championship. Adam Watson in 11th place. Then it is Gordon Hogg, Dominic Engel, Rafael Jurica, Daniel Sebastian, Josh Boots, Bennett Parsons, Mark Hutchinson with a good qualifying up there in 18th place. It's Jan Schuttler in 19th, Alexei Bari in 20th, Andrew Brown, Jakob Trinkle, Russ Fowler, Simon Andre Livingston with so much work to do. He's got to beat Varga by about 8 positions today. He starts 16 positions behind. Lotman in 25th. Then it's Roy, Grossman, Saunders, Menand, Origi. So both the PS competition drivers struggling for some reason. They're way down the order. Then it's Teig, Cassia, Bessegier, Blachert, Corky, and Jack Osborne, who didn't do qualifying, but I am seeing on the grid, I think, is Jack Osborne. So he will actually start, and that means that we have 36 drivers to cap off the season.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to this. Half a lap. Eric said he will attend, but no tyres. Well, he's thinking of attending.
Sure, good. So remember, we've got a pit stop about halfway. I think this is quite a high fuel consumption circuit, so don't expect them to go much beyond about 35 minutes. They're able to go a little bit further back at Bathurst last time round, as they all line up into formation. Chris Seth with control of the field, but of course he's got to be keeping an eye out on his teammate Nikolai Agard, who's going for his first ever championship in the Apex Racing League GT3 trophy. Seth now in control of the field. He holds it for quite a while.
I mean, Agard will definitely know when he goes, but the core guys are probably going to block this out quite easily.
Well, it's a good start for Agard. Winkler not with a strong start whatsoever, and immediately Agard is up into 3rd position and might be able to attack his championship rival, Make Paluch, heading down into T1. Here comes Agard, but he's not going to find too much success there, and now he's going to have to watch behind. And the Costin Racing driver behind, but they just get in too far. Looked a little bit aggressive there for Winkler, but it is now Goftekanten core, Goftekanten core.
Yeah, I wondered if Paluch was going to back up a smidge and let Winker tuck in behind, but it might have been a little bit too dangerous.
Great start for Martin Varga. Amazing qualifying, so 8th, he's down to 6th position. Yeah. And look at Leo Giacotti, he's lost the front of his car, and Adam Watson, I think, is all over the place.
I mean, we forgot to mention Watson having a quiet quali, but up 2 in the start of the race.
Oh, and we've got a big impact. I think Russ Fowler is involved in that. Anthony Bernard, Sven Lotman,
Andrew Brown. Something's gone very wrong there. We lost the cord.
Oh, and we've got a car off on the inside. I think it's Rafael Druki may have been, but it's Adam Watson off on the inside.
It's a strange place to find yourself. Oh, that's checking up, and we've had someone be spun. Was that Watson being spun there at the...
I think it was, yeah.
At Camerale.
Well, they have that's a big send there for one of the guys further back. Jurica being sent down the island. I wonder if Jurica's got damage because he's been quite slow on this first lap.
That was quite a send, right? Yeah, I wonder what happened to Watson. That was... I don't understand how he found himself on that part of the track. Sven Lotman's gone around.
Yeah, had collision at the Tosa hairpin, and that's made it even worse. It's our race leader, 8/10 to a second clear. It seems like Paluch has held off the attack from Agard, but he's not in a championship winning position. Josh Boots has had to come into the pits. Maybe a jump start potentially for him.
Sergio just dropping. I don't know where on track he is, but he is not moving.
Osborne and Blachert also having to take repairs in this first lap. He might be joined by a couple of others.
Mark Hutchinson up 7. Ellis Katia up 10.
Agard with a slowdown. Shot for him, potentially having to give that position up against Winkler. Easy cam to brake early here for Piratella. No, he's able to go for it, but he still hasn't served the slowdown. Always overshot that one.
Yeah, it needs to be...
That's not served.
I didn't love that particular flavour of the way he served his slowdown, to be fair. Oh, easy, sir.
Bennett Parsons, after a decent start, has had a spin on the exit of Taser and has got a lot of damage.
I think this explains the really, really bad rejoin. His car is broken. Because that was an awful rejoin. I assume he didn't expect his car to not steer where he planned. Do you think under a slowdown it's yours to manage and control and slow at the apex and defend?
Oh, you can't start the apex. That's the penalty. You'll give a penalty for that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, if you're slowing it up mid-corner, you don't have to get off the racing lines. Oh, and that's contact, and that's Garcia and Saunders. I don't think Saunders did a whole lot wrong there.
I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't alongside. It's almost... Oh, okay. So Porsche's not happy. I don't know. It wasn't a committal move, and then the Porsche turned in, and by the time he turns in, there's now a 1-inch overlap. So, yeah, a little bit silly, and yeah, obviously could have been avoided, but I'm sure the FIA would point out that it wasn't his corner.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that.
So I think we're going to get a replay of an incident a little bit earlier on. And this was the collision at Twitter on lap 1. Andrew Brown involved. Russell Fowler.
What is that?
I think it's all Russ Fowler's fault.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Russ Fowler sent a very, very, very late 3-wide and blew the apex. And he must have known it was 3-wide, and there was no space, 2 inches, and now, yeah, I mean, whether he just got his braking wrong and it ended 3-wide, but because we don't usually see moves like that from Russ, but unfortunately we did at this point.
Yeah, second place in the amateurs back in the Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain 2025 this year.
What a series that was.
Yeah, looking forward to that coming back in 2026. Thinking if it would be cool to have a British GT Championship as well. I know.
Well, only let Brits in?
No, I think if we all like British GT, I think anyone's allowed in, right?
Oh, okay.
I think. But, I mean, maybe. One event I would actually like to do is, and maybe next summer would be a really good time to do it, is do a Apex Racing League World Cup.
Right.
Have, like, different nations against each other.
And you have to drive the car from your nation.
So we've got the Macca, the Americans have got the Mustang,
Yeah.
the Italians have got the Ferrari, the Germans have got 100 choices.
Probably Merc, though, right?
No French drivers, though.
There. We're lending the Aston. They can have the Aston.
They can drive the Clio.
Yeah.
Meld F1 in chat asking, do we have a prediction of who will have the fastest pit stop? I think Rosseth is too good for fuel safe. Well, if last time out is any indication, as we've got an overtake here for Watson. Of course, Watson who spun, didn't he, at this corner on lap 1. But that car seemingly is
Yeah, he's found himself in a very odd position, and then at Admirali in the exit, we saw him sideways. Yeah, I don't think it'll be close, fastest pit stop. There's no one near a Seth's level, to be honest. Agard's nowhere near on fuel saving. Halach has been pretty good. Jagotta's been pretty good. Actually, Jagotta's quite surprising, actually, how good he was one round. I still don't class these on the same level. Watson's good at fuel. Unfortunately, Watson's not found. He's not in a position where he might be fuel saving right now.
Carl Roy, I think, just got past Jan Schuttler there, so a lot of overspeed in order to overtake at Rivatsa. No, is it Rivatsa? Is it Rivatsa? Oh no, I'm so sorry, everyone. Great corner names here. What to remember them all? Tamburello, of course, the first one.
Yeah, of course. If in doubt, just ask me.
Well, yeah, what are the last 2 corners called?
The double left-hander.
The double left hand.
Yeah.
Last 2 corners.
I've never learned corner names.
Oh, here comes another move. So Watson's really on the move, and that was elementary
My dear Watson.
for Adam. Of course, famously, and this is the dullest thing we'll say all season, never actually say that in the books.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. It's me and David are big intellectuals who've read.
Of course. Yeah, we study all the Holmes novels. Adam's had a hard season, hasn't he? It's not really, because we know he's been quick all season long, but it hasn't gone his way, unfortunately, a lot. Whether it's from qualifying or just some good luck every now and then.
Yeah, and unfortunately you missed the round where he did his best at Magellan.
Yeah.
Where I think he finished P2, I think, in race 2. And was hounding the leaders for much of the race. Yeah, but it's been there for Casilla. He's not had a good time of it so far. Here comes Drugotta. I think he's had a couple of attempts at this one. And I think this time it's going to pay off. He actually started ahead of Tonneson, lost it.
Oh, Tonneson's staying.
Whoa.
Very nicely done. Nice battle. Flash, flash, flash.
Just looking further up at the timing tower, Agard's really struggling. He's now 5.5 seconds off the lead, and here comes Sudetskaya up the inside, and Sudetskaya drops Agard now down to 5th place.
I love that, by the way. Love that move. That's how you do it at that corner.
And Varga might make it worse. So we've got now the leaders of each of the different divisions bouncing against each other.
Oh yeah, Varga, Agard, and Sketsky. Well, well noticed. And as I mentioned earlier, Pro-Ams have been the stars of the show, and here we are.
Yeah.
Leading the 3.
And Sudetskaya a little bit slow there. He's going to go defensive potentially into outer, but of course all 3 of these have got a championship to worry about.
Sorry, 3rd time. Who's Agard battling for the championship? Palach, right.
But right now, I mean, I'll start working out the points. I'll get the calculator out. But right now, Agard would need to drop.
Well, when you're finished, get it up on the screen so we've got a live breakdown of the championship points.
To be fair, actually, that is something that SDK has.
Oh wow!
I have not implemented.
No, that would be cool.
Otherwise, we could actually do that. It might be next season.
Who would have? Palach is looking really good. Obviously, Recef's never going to let him win for obvious reasons. But love to see this. Palach having a great season.
And of course, as we've mentioned before, we do expect Russell to do better on fuel. Anticipate a second or 2 saved in the pit stop. So be tough for Palach to rival that.
Question from chat: is the Porsche really that tricky to drive? No, this isn't the ideal track for it for sure. But no, it's a good all-rounder. Porsche is more about embracing the oversteer, whereas 90% of the cars on the grid that we have today is about embracing the understeer. But no, a max aeroed, which I suppose wouldn't be. I always actually, I'm going to retract my answer a little bit. Whenever you start lowering the aero of the Porsche, it's not the easiest, granted. Gone are the days where just GT3s always ran max wing. Watson having a quick look. Oi! Oi! Ah, okay. He just bullied his way through there. Fair, no contact, but the other guy would argue, if I hadn't, we would have died. And Adam were like, well, but we didn't die, no? And I didn't touch you, no? And you left the track before we ran out of space.
So there is an interesting situation there where the gap in the championship and the pros.
Oh,
actually, this is still going on. Origi, I think got caught up in a couple of lap point incidents, but he's 5 seconds drop, 23rd position there. But if Palach wins this race and Agard finishes 5th, we will have a tie.
if Agard what? Sorry, the position?
If Agard finishes 5th, which he's currently in. So if Palach overtook Rosset,
Oh, okay,
it would be
yeah.
a tie for the championship. I'm not sure who would win on countback. It's unlikely, though, that I think Palach will beat Rosset. So really, I think the more likely thing is Agard to come back. Oh, that's a dummy. Lovely dummy from Origi. to get underneath. And he's up ahead of Jakob Trinkel, whose own championship aspirations slowly dying a death here. Of course, Varga up in 6th place, so not much he can do about it right now anyway, but that's not going to help him either. A little bit of contact there with Reece Saunders alongside Brown, who gets way onto the gravel, which slows him down significantly. That's going to be a tap, and that's a way of getting past for Anthony Bernard, but not a very fair one.
Cue ball, corner pocket. Don't know, it worked. It looked like the Aston broke early, but we had a TV cam, so it's impossible for me to actually judge it.
So if Palic finishes 2nd, then Agard needs to finish at least 8th in order to win the title. So he can afford to drop another 3 places, and he will be all right. But I mean, beyond that, you got Leo Gigotze, who's not a slow driver, so he needs to keep up the pace. He's only 3 seconds ahead right now of the driver who he needs to beat.
P16, Kyle Royer, the Miramika driver, up 10 positions. I wonder what happened to Jacotta, down 2, even though we've seen him make some passes.
I think it was all lap 1 stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He seems quick. He's been able to drop Tonneson in recent laps.
Yeah, this Yeehaw dude looking really good. I mean, that move on Agard wasn't half-assed. He knew he was getting that. You'd love to see it. But it's easy to think, oh, he's got the championship tied up in a way that if he drives safe and just follows Agard, he's got it done. But no, he wants points. No, Seth's not running away.
No.
He's not burning petroleum, and unfortunately the car following him is also the worst on the worst on fuel.
Of course, a decent chance that lap traffic might play a part in this race.
Especially as a core racing driver. What would you say?
Well, Bennett Parsons is, well, actually, no, bad news for Bennett Parsons. He's already a lap down because of his toe back earlier on. Otherwise, yeah, they could have used him as Tsunoda. That was, I mean, we can talk about that. That was infuriating to watch, right? Oh, as Livingston, 2nd place in the Amateur Championship. And that is bad news for him.
Has he lost it on the curbing? I'm trying to think. He must have, right?
Well, Ronald Gossman and Jean-Thierry Origi have both got slowed down, so I wonder if they were maybe involved in that, maybe got a bit put off by it. As Leo Gigotze has got past Marcus Fox for 8th position. It may have been a mistake for Marcus Fox.
Origi's cooking, right? Up 9, but did he just mess up his qualifying? Because he's up 9, and here comes another one.
Both him and his teammate were very stone quality. Can he do this one? This will be tricky. Can he go for the dummy? He did it earlier on. He's not going to try it this time.
His angle's down 5 positions, 6 positions. Oh, sorry, it's Rodman who's on, sorry. Yeah, Jakarta's getting his way through the field.
Sebastian falling into the clutches of Rafael Jurica, who was another Joe who I thought may have had quite a lot of damage actually on that one, but it was just a couple of offs that he had. He may have been forced out a bit at Alta, which cost him.
What's the X limit?
20.
Wow, what did you wake up on? The happy side of your pillow? Be honest, come on, that's very high for you, isn't it, this season?
No, it's always 20.
Yeah, okay.
So this is what happened to Livingston then, which of course is important for our Amateur Championship, just in case something did happen to Varga further up the order.
So has he lost it? Oh, yeah, no, he's come. Yeah, okay, he gets. I mean, yeah, it's a. That push he received was. You can't not. It's a throttle zone.
Sure.
You can't predict he's sliding his rears like that. Can see a move here? No, just following.
Have we seen Varga very aggressive this season? I'm trying to remember. I feel like Yeehaw's we've seen quite aggressive.
Well, Varga's definitely made his way through the field a few times. He's had a lot of things go wrong in lots of races where he's had to make his way back through the field. So He's definitely got what it takes to overtake, yeah.
Tonneson has towed back to the pits. I thought it was just an off. I thought he just went straight on at the Tamburello chicane, but it's more significant than that. This is how it happens. Already took a lot of overheated the tyres, and then once he gets to the left-hand,
And his car, his car looked gone before the 2 corners have been made. Very strange.
Could have probably dragged that one round to the pits, but had enough. And I doubt we'll see any more of a mistake.
You an Aqua Minerale fan? On the times you get it right.
I mean, when yeah, when you get it right, it's very good. But
When you come in 3 kph too hard and you try and turn the wheel and you feel the rears kick, you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
you know me though, I don't practice, and so I never get to a position where I'm like, yeah, I feel confident about this. But I think when you're chasing after another driver and you've got nothing to lose and you're just throwing it in there, it's a lot of fun. When you've got something to lose, it's just a pain to get through.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of Alta. I've always said that Alta should be removed and you just extend that straight. But actually, most recent time I came here, did have a lot of fun. Here comes Varga, getting very close here to Agard, even closer than he was on the last lap. Will he?
Definitely not Agard's track, this. No,
Nice,
Varga
he's
just
right.
following for now. Agard still has a little bit of draft there from Yeehaw, so it's not making it that easy.
Remember, he needs to finish in 8th position if Pallet finishes in 2nd. Vargas, Agard, so he can afford to lose 3 places, but he cannot afford to let past Marcus Fox in 9th position.
Well, a man with lots of proof back there is Dracotto. I mean, if Agard does get passed by Varga, I mean, Carter, Dracotto and Fox, they're all very, very quick. And let's not forget, Fox also happens to be a Core Sim Racing 1 driver.
Yes.
And Dracotto loves a battle. I mean, we've seen him and Agard battle before, so...
Watson gets past Roy, but maybe not for very long, because Roy's going to have the much preferred inside line for Piratella. Probably isn't worth fighting really for Roy, because Watson, I think, is going to win out this battle eventually, and he wins it right there. Wonderful stuff, and good space being left there by Roy. Watson up to 15th place, and now you can drive into that bit of space. Unfortunately, he's some 15 seconds away from that Varga battle, otherwise I'm sure he'd be right in the mix. But anyway, it's safety cars.
Yeah, but they do
take too long.
25 minutes to get, like, the whole phase done.
iRacing have been talking the last, like, 18 months or so about that guy or gal, to be fair, who has been employed to do, like, the race control stuff. And it seems like it's just one person. And we're sort of waiting to see the fruits of their labour.
So we're expecting brand new race starts and, safety cars. Been on the menu a few times. Whether they just introduce it to endurance racing.
And those who know or aren't familiar with iRacing, there is safety cars. However, it's designed for oval stuff. So, for example, there's a period where you can't pit, and
It's insane.
the actual pace car crawls around the circuit at about 60 miles an hour, and the whole process takes.
If you're at Le Mans, it takes a week.
Yeah, half an hour.
And it's like, I can't pit. Well, no, I have to. It's like,
Yeah.
let 9 litres a lap. What do you want me to do? No, I can't stand the safety car implementation in iRacing. But they obviously just don't want to, hack it for road. They want to obviously deliver something that's going to stay.
Yeah. And of course, credit to the leagues who do safety cars very manually. But I've been involved in the process myself.
Looks like a lot of work.
It takes about it takes at least 3 people to do it, to watch pit entry, pit exit.
And you get people on the radio saying, "I got a black feather," and then you're like,
to clear the black flag, check that they're not lying.
Correct.
Usually, it's better for someone to actually be driving the safety car themselves. You got to be watching. Yeah.
Because when you hear the commentator or the race control say, "We're clear black flags," you're like, "Okay, cool. I won't use pit limiter then."
Yeah.
I'll come into pits at 300 kph, stop for fuel, head out at 300 kph. It's going to be cleared.
I've done it in the past where I've accidentally come into pit lane at the wrong time, and we've been like, "Can you clear up black flag?" And then just being like, like, I cannot be bothered to check. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't get your last. Like, you know, it makes no difference. Jagotza might be having a go here.
Yeah.
Just waits behind.
Vargas got disconnected from AGOD since we've been chatting.
Yeah, I think he just made a mistake through Tamburello, and that's what's checked up all these guys. As it looks like our live timing has just frozen a second, and not an ideal time for it for our guest producer John. So John may just have to close the live timing and reopen the live time.
He can fix anything, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm telling John this, just that he's infinitely more intelligent about most stuff than me, let's alone when it comes to IT.
No, I do love it. You gave him the generic mum thing. You need to turn it off and on again.
No, that's what me and you say to our mums.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we never tried.
Turn it off what? Everything. Just go to your fuse box, turn the house off, wait 30 seconds, turn your house on. It'll probably fix your printer.
Yeah. But I was confused actually, because obviously the drive that we're watching right now, that's not Jagotza, that's Carlton. And I was very confused. What's the timing? There's Jagotza there. Trying to chase down.
Palach staying with Rosef quite tightly. Half a second is probably the closest I have seen it, but that was when it froze. So we'll just keep an eye on this battle for now. He's had a really impressive season. I wonder if Jagotza can get something done here. Obviously, I don't want AGOD to fall. Like, he's had a really good season. He'll be a worthy champion. Obviously, we want it fun and exciting for the finish, and seeing Fox back there in the background as a core Sim 1 racing driver, we know he would fight AGOD. It just doesn't look like he's got the pace. He took the 2 or 3 that we do have looking at the pace, are battling so hard that they may give AGOD breathing space. He's definitely been making moves, Jagotza. We haven't mentioned how many positions he's gained because he lost so many at the start.
Just thank you. Just an update on the live time. Maybe down for a little bit. An incredible thing has happened, which I won't say, but
Can I guess?
it's a surprising thing. Well, I think John said in our ear, so I don't even much of a guess.
Yeah, but can I guess what caused that error?
Sure.
But do you want me to guess? Because it could be embarrassing.
Well, to be fair, it might be useful.
Are you still a paying member?
No.
Oh.
No. But I think we can say that our timing software is. Oh, someone's in the wall. I'm not entirely sure who that is. However, as I think we might have live timing back, and that is thanks to the exceptional work of John Robertson. Not just a World Championship rallycross driver, but also very good with this stuff. So, has anything changed? So we've got Rosseth at the top, Palach, Winkler.
What's changed is Palach. Look at that.
Yeah, only 2/10 of a second behind now.
I mean, it's not going to mean a lot in a few minutes. When
Well, are you saving fuel though, right there?
who Palach?
Yeah, just with the draft effects, will be helping him.
Yeah. No, he's going to be 2.2 seconds slower in the pits though.
Oh, that's wide for Agars, and he's got a slow down, and this might drop him another position, another 2 positions potentially, and he's dropped behind Varga now, so Varga's up into 5th position, and Agar down into 7th position. Remember, he needs top 8 to win the championship, and Leo Jagotza is going to try to make his way past now as well.
Will Jagotza push?
And Palach has gone for the lead, so all of a sudden, Make Palach is the championship leader as it stands. And we did not expect this when there was no to turn on lap 1.
No. AGOD really struggling, by the way. Not a little bit.
So let's get a replay then of how Patch was able to spot this move. He's just been edging closer and closer each lap, but he still had a lot of work to do from back here.
I wonder... Oh, wait. I don't know if you saw that, but Rasef disappeared 2 or 3 times there. I wonder if he's having some hardware issues. Whoa. Yeah, and what is happening to Agard's championship?
Yeah, just another slowdown on the exit of Variante Alta, it looks like. I don't know if... yeah,
so he lost that to Varga, Dracotta, and Carter.
Yeah.
And now he's 4/10 back off. And do you know who's behind him?
Yeah.
A core Sim Racing 1 driver who has been told the command missile. That's all he's been told.
The problem is...
yeah, the problem is if you fire a missile, Rasef will fire one.
Mutual destruction.
Yeah.
The concept, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. If my friend Agard seemingly dies at the hand of a core driver, your driver dies.
Mutually assured destruction, that's the one.
No, they've been great. 2 great teams. It's us messing. They've been very respectful.
So Agard now needs to finish. I'm not sure if it's 4th or 5th, because I was saying earlier on, if he finished, as Adam Watson's had an off, and he was on the comeback, was Adam Watson, but it looks like he's made a mistake out there.
Just see if it's hit me out due picks really early. By the way, both the PS competition boys came in
that
lap
makes sense.
15.
Yeah, must be as early as you can get to the end. Quite a long pit stop as well, 20 and 22 seconds. You have to take a lot of fuel to get
Reese
to
and Jacob Trinkelin now as well. So we know, I think you said Agard needed 8th if Palach was going to finish 2nd. If Palach was to win, Agard needs 4th.
So I think Agard, I think if it goes back to countback, I think Agard wins the championship. Because he's won 2 rounds.
Right, if they tie.
So far this season.
So do you think 1st and 8th is a tie then?
No, first and 5th would be a tie.
Right.
But Agard would win. 2nd and 8th would be a tie. But Agard would win again.
So if it finished like now, then Palach has won the championship. That's insane.
Yes. Yeah, if it finishes it right now. Well, of course, Agard has now got ahead of Carter. I'm not sure if that's because of the slowdown that Carter's just picked up. As Adam Watson is back on the charge again. He's going to go for a move here into Alta. It's not worth it, guys.
No.
And they stop back in. Dragotto into the pits and Carter into the pits. So that gives Agard the opportunity to drive into some space. And this is surprising for Dragotto, I must say, because he risks coming out into traffic. Maybe he was being held up in traffic anyway, he would argue, but...
I mean, his race was probably full push, enjoy, see where I can finish. He's not fighting for a championship, he just probably wanted to go full out and see what he can manage. His qualifying wasn't great.
Oh, now I'm looking at it. Oh my god, it's so confusing. So it goes cut back. Oh, as Watson. Oh, good attempt. A good cut back there from Grossman to keep that 15th place. I mean, this is really complex. So the countback works not by your position that you finish in each meeting, it's by the amount of points you scored in each meeting, which gets a bit confusing when you have the 2-race format and the 1-race format. That's why we do it, so that if you win a race, if you win a reverse grid 30-minute race, that's not worth the same in the countback as a 60-minute race win. So Agard has got maximum points at 1 round, 140 points. If Patch wins this, he'll get also maximum points. Then goes back to 2nd place results, 126, which is, so Agard's got 1 second place, and Palach has got 2 second places. So actually, if it went down to a tie, actually Palach would win. So if Palach wins this, then I think Agard needs to finish 4th, as Watson's already reached the instant limit. We've got the black flag and Grossman. So they must have collided.
Yeah, I mean, that last battle they just had was a bit testy. Let's see.
Oh, Adam, no, that's not worth it.
No.
That's not worth it at all. Ross Fowler splits the middle. if that was Rosval.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Adam's finest moment.
So Palic back on the way. 22.6 seconds. His teammate exactly the same.
Hey, you stole my job, tracking pit stop times.
Sorry.
No, I mean, we'll speak about that after.
Agard 21.18. Still ahead of Fox is Agard. Org with a little bit of a slower pit stop. We've seen that a couple of times this season. And a litre extra, everyone's very similar.
Daniel Sebastian out there hasn't pitted yet. P4. Going long on fuel.
Here comes Origi, who pitted early. This is the negative of it. He's now stuck behind Blackert, who has yet to pit. Blackert will probably dive to the right here.
Had a good race as Origi though. Not the best qualifying, but his race has been good. Yeah, this is one of the massive drawbacks of pitting early because, yeah, it's not blue flag. You just sometimes get yourself caught up in traffic.
So Fallon had to take evasive action before he didn't help him in that battle against the Pierce competition, guys. Here comes Blackert.
Late braking. I think he might actually be able to hold this. Yeah.
Wow.
Move, he said. I like that. Origi doesn't, but
Here comes another PS competition car. This time it's Bananas. In there, Blackert's going to be in a good position here. And he's causing absolute misery for the PS competition drivers.
he's going to get, yeah.
Well, of course, I mean, this is pointless for him because he's still got a pit. But he is free to do this, not against the rules. Here comes Rosette.
No,
This is important.
Far from against the rules. It's racing, though. They are literally racing for position. Pit stop, what you might have to do in the future, doesn't count towards anything.
Wow. Well, it's not even close. Rosette, miles ahead of
3
Palic.
seconds. I said 2.2.
3 seconds quicker on the pits. Like, Palic is... Yeah, well, yeah, 3 seconds quicker on the pits. He's 4 seconds behind now, so maybe a little bit of traffic there for Palic as well. And that means that Rosette is doing enough right now to give his teammate the championship. But Agard needs to finish in P7. He's got to keep Leo Gigotta behind him, who I think Leo Gigotta's lost positions by taking that early pit stop.
What?
Yeah, Gigotta, so that's crucial. So Gigotta, with that early stop, has lost out to Agard, and that puts Agard in championship winning position.
That's it. I've raced for Seth a lot. He is a frustrating guy to race. He is very quick. I have had him behind me for a while before, when I'm at my best, at my favourite tracks. But the problem is, you're kidding yourself. Because all the rules race formats we usually race have a pit stop. And I usually have a fast pit stop, but it's nothing compared to a Seth's. But no, usually he's ahead of me. His qualifying's are sublime. I mean, he has terrible taste in cars, but he's a fast dude. Oi!
Oh, slide for Juriku, who's trying to get back at Sebastian. And also got an opportunity here, but this is a very dangerous spot to put himself in. And he is going to back out of it, and wisely so.
Agard is in a gaggle, as Matt Malone would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars are in this gaggle. A few need to, no, one needs to pit, but still nervous times because Palic has got nothing on his menu really.
As Osborne is into the pit, so sorry, I missed that Osborne. Still had to pit, of course, he started last. So that's in 3 position then for Agard. So yeah, he's just got to keep Gigotta and Fox behind him. So it was Gigotta and Kartzer, who I think both pitted before everyone else, and it's not worked. And it's dropped them behind Agard, and that's enough for Agard to get back the position that he needs. And of course, if he can clear Varga now as well, that would really allow him to bump off into the distance.
Yeah, disappointing pit stop times from Palic, Carl Winkler, and Aidan Carter. They're your 3. And Mark Hutchinson, but Mark Hutchinson's up 8 positions.
Oh, contact! But this is the opportunity for Agard. And if he can make this one, he will be home and dry. Varga has fought valiantly so far today, but he's not going to be able to fight that one. And Agard is up into 5th position now.
Gigotta smells blood. Yep. Oh, that got awkward. The last thing Agard wants right now is Gigotta. That's the last thing he wants.
Michael's got half a chance to send it into outer, but he does the wise thing, doesn't do it. It's these slowdowns for Agard, which have cost him so bad so far. That's why he's as far back as he is. Dragos has got a chance again.
Obviously, credit where credit's due to the top three, Eric, Malik and Winkler. Yeehaw is 10 seconds off the back of these three. Goes to show the difference up there of the front three runners. Okay, is this Dragotta's time? Problem is, Varga has draft and a pretty quick car in a straight line. It must be said, does Varga. The way he's got that trimmed out.
Of course, if it ends like this, the Pro-Am champion would be Yeehaw Svidetskyi, and the Amateur Championship champion would be Martin Varga. Even if these guys did have a collision, with the faster prepare that's at their exposure, they'd likely be able to get back out on track and still score enough points to win the title. Here comes Dragotta.
Yeah, not a lot Varga can do with that. Once you're out there, it's dusty, it's offline. Now you can just cover that off.
I wonder if John could just find the replay of the overtake between Agard and Varga on that last lap, because there was a little bit of contact involved. And of course, it's probably just worth checking that Agard wouldn't be at risk of a penalty later on.
Oh, I don't know if that was net cut. It seemed very late. I'm not sure. It didn't look like a hit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there did seem to be a bit of a gap between the cars.
Yeah. So if Agard's second and sixth, does that win him it, or is that a tie?
Agard would win in that case. So if Palic is second, then Agard only needs 7th to win the championship. Right. I believe at least. Yeah.
So we'll just have to see what the Dragotta battle brings. Does Varga slot himself in? Varga's passed Agard before. They've had quite a fun battle actually, all race long. We have 20 minutes left to go of the season. We need a separate class for Eric yourself. A fuel bot.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't do like
9%.
success balance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put them on better. Do you think it's because his driving style is very sort of a bit of a natural lifting coast when it comes to corners? Of course, that's often the fastest way on iRacing anyway, in order to keep the tyres in their best condition. You know, you see it in PESC, you know, drivers are always lifting, coasting in qualifying laps, you know. Do you think he
just has
takes that to the further
He's very underrated. His rating does not reflect his speed. He has a lot of spare speed that he doesn't need, that he can you know, give up some for the fuel saving. He's also very comfortable in driving more of a trimmed out car to even be more air efficient and helpful on the fuel. He's a very good driver. He's not a 6K driver. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
So I'm going to correct myself again, sorry. So if Palic is second, then Agard just needs 8th, sorry.
Oh, 8th will be fine.
Yeah, 8th. I was thinking 8th would be a tie, but it's not a tie. They can't tie if Palic is second. So yeah, it's just 8th that he needs, and he'll be champion. But yeah, Aiden Cart's still only 2.5 seconds behind him right now. I want to live in the timeline where Mark Hutchinson decides, oh, slow down, for Nikolai Agard. And
he's practiced it, right? This is not the first or second or third or fourth time he's done it.
But here comes Dragotta then onto the back of him into Piratella. Can Dragotta make the move? Dragotta staying behind at the moment, but here comes Agard. He served it. Here comes Dragotta. Is he going to try to get the cut back here? Oh, Agard's on the grass. Is he going to go long? He does go long,
and
and
that's
that's
a
going to be
slowdown.
another slowdown. And remember, he needs P8, so he needs to keep at least Aiden Carter behind. He's now got the slowdown again. Is he going to be put offline by Varga?
He's attacking the corner with a slowdown. That's going to cost him how much he has to serve down here. He gets off the line.
Gets on the
Yeah, he
brakes.
could, because he...
Where's Carter?
When he... Oh, it's a course sim racing guy ahead of him. He will have the widest car you've ever seen.
So Agard is still in championship winning position. He would win the title by 2 points as it stands right now. But he's got Agard now he's got Carter just 0.2 of a second behind him.
But let's face it, Agard's battling the off-tracks, the slowdowns right now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you mentioned the off-tracks there. He's not far away from a drive lead now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him pick up 3 slowdowns at least
Just
already.
needed to get his head there.
Yeah.
Why fight Dracotta? What are you battling here? Just like move out the way, breathe, slow it all down and stop getting slowdowns and just follow Dracotta. But he fought Dracotta, broke in deep to Aqua and Morale, picked up another X, so what, 2-3X this lap? Cooked his rears. Now, he hasn't just lost 2 positions, he's got a course in Racing 1 driver next to him.
Yeah.
And the mutual destruction's gone now. Rasef's gone. He hasn't got eyes on it anymore. No, I'm not saying he's going to wipe him out, but he's also not getting past, right?
Yeah. Especially
You can't risk it.
yeah, seeing that Fox I think is easy in the draft of Varga as well. I think he'll comfortably hold on to that P7. So just 16 minutes now, and he's 1 slowdown away from using this. Hutchinson just a little bit away from these guys. He's pretty much been matching their pace over the last half an hour or so. Really close enough to join the pack, but still a great drive from Mark Hutchinson, probably his best drive of what's been a little bit of an underwhelming season for Mark. Usually one of the front-running Prime drivers, had a brilliant race, Mark Brands Hatch in the Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain earlier on in the year. Mixed conditions, one of the drives of the year, unquestionably, at Brands Hatch Indy.
We have an off-track system on our overlays. It's not accurate to the iRacing system, but of the front 28 drivers, Agard's is the highest.
Sure.
So I'm not saying it's accurate, but it tells a story of maybe this is pretty nervous times for him.
So you're saying if Fox,
Correct.
broke a little bit early, and, oh no, he had 4X, that's a shame. That's, don't worry, it's equally, penalised both me and you.
But then Paddock sees Eric start to slow down. Oh no. Oh no.
How many alliances have they got? different drivers, assassinating each other.
No, it's been interesting. Holy.
But I mean, for Agard to be 23 seconds behind Rosef, these are 2 drivers who are pretty much as evenly matched as you can imagine.
And Agard's pace has been fine, right? Plenty enough to win this championship today. It's just been those 3 slowdowns.
Yeah.
Compared to everyone around him, like his bubble, where they've got none.
Oh, they've got a back marker here. That's very awkward. Oh, you've got to watch for the 4X, and here's an opportunity for Carter to potentially have a go. It was Tyler Corky. He was completely in the way.
Yeah, he has to go some... What is the...
Carter's not going to take too many risks.
He was ahead of Agard at one point. Let's remember these 2 have had a battle.
Yeah, but a bad pit stop or bad pit strategy really for Carter cost him.
Down to the wire. Right, let's check in with the other classes. Obviously, Yeehaw dominating P4, nearest competitor, Marcus Fox in P7. And in the AMS, Martin Varga, who is well and truly unchallenged in this race, a whopping 13 positions ahead of Schuttler, who is 5 ahead of Russ Fowler. So Martin Varga, Yeehaw showing their worth completely. Nervous for Agard? I am nervous for Agard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so Tufa, I was saying earlier on how Imola is very good for championship nights. About a month ago, we had the season finale of the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup was also at Imola. and that was mixed conditions. And I think the championship, I think it came down to, was it a tie, or maybe it came down to 1 point, and I think it was literally a slowdown, as Carter might get a slowdown himself. He does get a slowdown himself, so that's a bit of relief now. Great guy. But there was a slowdown, I think, for a driver which basically gave another driver a position, like on the run to Rivazza on the last lap, and that decided.
Is it Glock?
It was and the same conditions as well. And yeah, it was very much a Zach Glock situation. And so maybe this circuit is good for the season finales. But Carter's sort of taken a little bit off the.
Do you see the Massa has been awarded millions, like 20 odd million, I think.
Really?
In damages.
I mean, to be fair, if you could get 20 million quid for doing something, I guess fair dues. But was it like a settlement outside of court? Was it just?
I'm not sure. I've really not been interested in the story. I like Felipe, but this whole story has been awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he ended up. The case was sued for damages because at the end of the day, it's loss of earnings is what he's basically claiming. Not he doesn't want a trophy or the back.
There is no argument that he should have won the championship, right? Even if you like if someone breaks the rules, you don't say, "Oh, okay, that guy broke the rules, so we're not counting that result anymore." You know, if Ocon picks up a 5-second penalty, you don't go, "Oh, you know what, guys? No, the rest of the race, that's sort of null and void now." No,
True.
It doesn't count. Yeah, yeah, all that effort you did for that race, yeah, forget it. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Felipe for that. But again, to be fair, if you win 20 million quid, that is
Something like that. Yeah, I think it was. That's it. I've barely followed. Just remember reading something. Rico got a run, maybe. Not the easiest corner to get this job done, though.
Yeah, it feels like Jurica's had so many setbacks in this race. He's actually doing quite well, starting 12th position right now.
Yeah,
and get to 11th.
That's given Agard some breathing room behind. Yeah, I don't know how many off tracks he has spare. Gordon Hawk's been quieter this race. Obviously not his track. He is what? He's 6 in class, maybe lower, 7. 7 in class.
Yeah, it wasn't a great qualifying for him, albeit I think he was sort of part of that huge pack of about 15 cars who were separated by 0.2 of a second. I think he was towards the back of that. And not a great start for him either.
Am I seeing something wrong here? Reece Saunders with 2.7k iRating. Have you seen that?
Where is Reece currently?
P17.
17. Yes. Do you not think that's right?
For a pro?
Oh yeah, maybe he's dropped it recently. I'll have a look.
Because that's low for Pro-Am, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Varga, who's an AM, is 2.7.
I suspect to. I mean, it might be maybe his open wheel iRacing might be higher.
Maybe,
something,
yeah.
Could be something to do with that. But no, I can have a look at what it was at the start of the season.
Yeah, he's.
So I have 4.3 listed for Reece. So it's very possible that either he's he crashed his iRating and he should be reported, or his single-seater iRating is much better than his GT, his sports car one.
Oh, yeah, I know the name. Like, I've seen Reece a lot, but he's less than most of the AM drivers.
So Dragotza, now that he's free, has chased down Yihor Sudetskoy, who would be best placed not to fight this one.
I think Yihor will fight it, though. But he listened to boring old sound.
Yeah. All those collisions in the middle part of the season. I think playing on his mind, and that strengthens his championship. Aidan Carter's heart will sink.
Fritzy in chat, does Agard win the championship if he finishes? At the moment, yes.
Yeah, so P8 is what he
But
needs,
this was the bare minimum. If Palach was to finish second, Agard needed 8th. So, like, this is the minimum.
Carter's not really come back since that slowdown.
Yeah.
He's doing enough. Saunders. Oh, no. And Jan Schuttler involved as well.
And Reese has lost another 130 iRacing. I don't know what happened there. That all happened a lot quicker. It looked like Reese got shoved left and then came back across. Okay, we've got a replay. Let's have a look. So Reese has got the inside. That's tough. Look like, yeah. Oh, Lee. That was quite the snap from Reese's car. Poor innocent bystander got absolutely destroyed.
So as it stands, Agard will win the championship by 2 points, which I think would be the closest, maybe even the closest pro championship we've ever had in Apex Racing League, and we've hosted about 50 odd seasons. Certainly the closest championship in the pro category in GT3 Trophy. Thank you to everyone who's, of course, tuned in for this round and for all the rounds this season. It's been a lot of fun to commentate on. We always anticipate it with GT3 Trophy with a packed 60-car grid at the start of the season, still with 36 drivers taking part today. Makes it very, very easy for us to control the action.
Also, a big thanks to Ford for sponsoring this series. It's such a good all-rounded car.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of an actual sponsor for the series, Apex Racing Academy have, of course, sponsored this series. And, of course, you can check out their Christmas sale, where you can get a 40% off an annual silver subscription by using the discount code XMAS40. Just head over to apexracingac.com to redeem that offer. Palic has closed the gap. I mean, credit to Carl Winkler, one of Winkler's strongest rounds of the season. He's less than 5 seconds off the lead now. Roseth doing everything that he needs to do to win this.
I mean, this has been a great race from Palic, though. Really impressed.
And of course, the crazy thing about Palic is that he's not won a race this season.
But as he had, just if round one was different, right? It will be a very different story.
Yeah, I mean, that is his job score, and every other round he's been very strong. I mean, actually, maybe the one that let him down was, in a way, Magello with the 2-race format. He took pole in that one. In the pros, at least. I can't exactly remember what happened, actually, to Palic on that one, but he didn't score many points. But second place on track at Nürburgring. I think he was beat by Roseth on that occasion. Second place today. Second place at Mount Panorama. So he was second place to Agard, at Nürburgring. Second place to Roseth last time out, and he looks like he's going to be second place to Roseth this time as well. So 3 second places in the last 4 rounds of the season.
Someone asked if Trinkle is still driving. Let me see.
He is not. In fact, I don't know if we could get cameras on Trinkle. Is he still, like, on the circuit? Because I'm not seeing him, like, in the pits. But I'm just seeing him 0.72 the way around the lap. Zvudetskaya, by the way, with a slowdown, but I don't think he's going to lose a place from it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Trinkle did quit the race.
Great drive from Roseth. Palic just closed that gap a little bit. 3 tenths, 4 tenths since the pit stop.
Reese letting us know, season best run for Hutchinson. Yes, I mentioned that a little while ago, back when you were still in the race, Reese. Yeah, doing very well up in 10th place at the moment. It shows if he actually qualifies in the top 20. Because he'll gain, it seems like he gains 5 places off the start, whether he starts in 40th or whether he starts in 20th. So, like, his race starts absolutely no problem. But he does give himself a lot of work to do. But but he's done the business today, as he now gets a slowdown. So fantastic work there, Mark.
Commentator's curse. Reese, I had a quick question. Are you missing like 1,500 iRating, or am I just a bad memory?
Yeah, where's your iRacing? I've got you listed down as 4.2k, Reese, at the start of the season. I don't know if that's your open wheel iRacing or you just got rid of a lot of iRacing.
Yeah, I was surprised to see 2.7 or whatever it was. Very surprised. I just mentioned it about 10 minutes ago. Very surprised.
So Zudetska very much falling into the clutches of these guys again. He really pulled away, but you can see how far away Dragotta's got, because it didn't help that he got a slowdown a couple of laps ago. And just like for anything that's going to take away from Agard, I wonder if Agard actually knows the situation in terms of points, whether he figured it out beforehand or whether he's thinking that he might lose it from here. But like I said before, as I've said a few times, he would be the champion by 2 points. As it stands, he had 38 points he could lose going into this round. He's going to lose 36 as it stands. So Reese, I think I may have had this discussion with Reese actually before, and maybe it's not a fantastic idea us bringing it up, because Reese says that his open wheel iRating isn't representative, but we take the highest iRating of the drivers. So that's his logic.
I would just like to point out, right, Reese, your quote to you guys, that is Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, I didn't whack you in front.
Yeah, a bit unfair though, it's too.
If you DM me, I can usually work things past Sam, but yeah. If you go direct, he's pretty strict.
Oh, Bennett Parsons, I think, has been facing backwards more in this race than he has been facing forwards, because I think that's his second spin in about 2 laps. So I don't know what's going on with Bennett. He is now back on circuit, but absolutely terrible time. Credit for him to be out there still, but he is 2 laps down now. As for Seth now, just 4 seconds ahead. And 40 seconds to go for him to start this final lap. Probably only fuel that can take this away. Agard 1.7 seconds ahead of Cars, so even if he did pick up a slowdown, he'd likely be all right.
So yeah, the only way Palic wins it now is Ericsev crashes or runs out of fuel, or Agard gets a drive-through. Or bins it. Or Cast does the lap of his life. For no apparent reason. For no reason at all. Just
yeah, he's not bothered about that.
He just doesn't want Agard to win the championship. He finds it, he digs deep.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to finish in 9th, does Cards, to secure 2nd in the Pro-Ams, which obviously brings with it a nice trophy and a subscription to Apex VC Academy as well, so he needs to think about that.
The team champ, well, in Pro, it's locked down with Eric's win, 100%.
Yeah, Grofter Canton Auto will be the team's champion. Of course, SimRacing 1, giving them a good run for their money. I mean, obviously, second. Oh, it should be mentioned, Winkler's actually caught Force SimRacing 2, and but because we limit the teams to 3 drivers, so they have to split up their drivers. So, I mean, had Winkler been a Course SimRacing 1 driver this season, maybe he would have scored enough points to help them along. But
he's going to use that clip as negotiating for next season.
Yeah,
this is what Sam said.
Well, we can see what the drivers think about mine. It's not valued much. But here we go then. This is the final lap and the final couple of corners for Seth.
The PS competition guys, I think, just swapped position. Origi and Bernard, I don't know if they're fighting on the last lap of the last race.
And Varga has just dropped a position as well. Looks like Fox is going to finish in 6th position. But Rousset is going to take his 3rd race victory of the season. It's going to be a title for Eric Rousset, but he's demonstrated who he is the man to beat, and he gets his 2nd race win in the space of 7 days. Palic does all that he could in 2nd position, but as long as Agard, who has an 0.8 of a second advantage right now, as long as he can finish in 8th position here, he is going to be the champion for this season. And right now, Carter is ominously close. He gets the gap down to 0.6 of a second, but it looks like by 2 points, Nikolai Agard is going to take the Pro Championship. Congratulations to Nikolai Agard. He's done it by the skin of his teeth.
Absolutely.
The gap in the end was 0.7 of a second, less than 0.7 of a second. Those results also mean Zudetskayi confirms the Pro-Am Championship, and Martin Varga wins in the Amateur Championship. Those 2 drivers bring their absolute best driving to the final round.
Epic, epic stuff. I mean, we worked it out 2nd and 8th. By we, I mean you, and then I mentioned it. But
I mean, we should
that's why they finished
obviously leave an asterisk by this. I could be being thick. I only got a C in A-level maths, and and there could be penalties. I mean, we did see that little bit of contact, didn't we, earlier on?
Yeah,
So,
it didn't look like much.
I don't think there's enough, really, for to take that away from Agard, if it gets reported at all, to be fair.
No, it looked good. It looked really good. That was a fun mathematical race. We knew there was a mathematical chance, so it was nice to actually apply math and see. So everyone who was leading wrapped up the championship.
Yeah, it would have been much easier for Agard had he just not underfueled at Bathurst, wouldn't it?
Or
Would have
3 or
just
4
had
slowdowns.
Yeah,
That would have definitely made it easier. You know, just a boring 4th or 5th. You know.
I mean, he might not even know right now about this, but thank goodness we don't have points for fastest laps and pole positions and stuff. And leading a lap as well. All of that stuff I hate purely for this reason of
Not being able to celebrate.
exactly. We are 90% sure about the results now, so that's a very good thing. We can go through the race results. So you can see that in the pro standings we had Roseth winning out ahead of Palic, Winkler, Dragotza, and Agard was in 5th place. In the Pro-Ams, we had Yeehaw, of course, at the top, beating Marcus Fox and Aidan Carter. Mark Hutchinson, great result for him, and Daniel Sebastian as well, good result for him in that top 5. And then in the amateurs, it was Martin Varga, and it'll be interesting to see what the gap was. 47 seconds to Jan Schuttler. Ross Fowler, Simon Andre Livingston has been such in good form, but a while off the lead today with a couple of setbacks, but also nowhere near the pace that he needed to challenge his Hungarian rival. Well, we will have a chat with a couple of drivers, and I do hope that a couple of the drivers come to chat with us, because so far we haven't had anyone join us.
It's been a long season. They're tired of talking to us. We ask the same questions, same like Max Verstappen interviews.
Once again, we've also established that the drivers don't like me due to previous decisions made. But
I see why you made the decision, of course.
Oh, so you're siding with Reese now?
Didn't say that. I said I understand where you're coming from. Oh, great championship. Really enjoyed that. Imola was a good decision. I said that before the race. I said, I credit you for making such a good decision.
Yeah. I was very confident about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I thought it was a great way to wrap up. Really impressed with... I think Palic had a great race there. To finish only 3 seconds behind Roseth, when Roseth was definitely cooking. Yeah, brilliant to see. I really enjoyed the race.
Yeah, really, really good one. Yeah, one of the races of the season, definitely. We have got an opportunity now to have a chat with a couple of our drivers. I'm still uploading the points. Would you like to have a chat with our race winner?
Sure. Yeah, you have to drag him in for me. I don't have the minerals. Eric, hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Good evening, lads.
Evening. Congratulations on the race win and the DHL Fastest Pit Stop Award, which we don't celebrate, but I did keep an eye on it. Was you just flexing for the broadcast with that
today as well?
Was it just a flex, or was that the aim?
No, I gathered so many off tracks and incident points during the first stint, so I basically tried to make myself have more time to drive slow, basically, in the second stint.
Gotcha,
to not get that right through.
I had a question though. When Palic got by you, we saw your car disappear a couple of times down the straight. Was it just internet, computer issue, or did you know nothing about it?
It was me messing with my browser and stuff, going down the
watching
the
Netflix, changing episode. Okay.
I was swapping between my JRT standings page and the broadcast actually. So
right.
I did have some hiccups going down the straight, and I didn't touch it after.
Sorry to butt in as well. Congratulations on the win. Did you realise that you were necessary for Nikolai to win the championship? Had you lost out to Make would have won the championship? Was that on your mind?
If Mike won, Agard needed to be P3 or something, I think.
Yeah, P4. So it needed to be.
Yeah, so we did look at the points beforehand. So you always have to race first, right?
Sure.
The pace looked good during practice, so the end goal was to try to be on top to make Mike lose some points and get an easier evening for Nikolai, basically.
And the pit stop, was it I think it was 3 seconds clear. Did you expect such a margin? Now, admittedly, P2 and 3 didn't have the best pit stop compared to everyone else, but I mean, 3 seconds is 3 seconds, right? You must have been surprised to come out of pits almost 4.2, 4.3 by the time you got to the next corner.
I was initially surprised when Mike went in to pits.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was at 1.9 laps left or something with fuel.
Mhm.
So I basically almost could have done another lap before I pitted.
Yeah. That's
So
really
at that
impressive.
point when he went in at that time and I saw basically everyone else behind as well going in that lap, I knew I had it in the bag, basically.
Was you in voice of Agard during the race?
Yeah.
Was he getting frustrated with the slowdowns? Because we saw at least 3.
He was pretty stressed out before the race today,
Right.
so I tried to calm him down the best I could,
Yeah.
and tried to make him understand that this is just another race. Just finish this one, and then you look at the points and all that afterwards. It's not the standings that matters when you put yourself on the grid here. This is only this race. Do the best you can, and it all worked out in the end. But yeah, he was a bit stressed, of course. You know,
Yeah.
his first time being an Apex champion and all that. So
Has
congratulations
a nice
to
ring
him.
to it. Yeah, big congratulations.
He's been amazing all season. Very consistent and up there in every race.
Indeed. And you're happy with your Ferrari, right? I heard you're going to commit, did you say three more seasons to it? Is that the deal?
Nah, this Ferrari is going in the bin, mate, after this. Never again. It's really good on fuel, but that's pretty much the only thing that car has going for it. Everything else is just...
Especially
yeah,
compared to those Fords, right?
no
Must be-
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mustang is just... it peaks in every point other than fuel, basically.
Agreed.
It's
Yeah,
a struggle driving the Ferrari in every race here. Watching everyone, like when I practice with Agard before the races, and I hear him complaining about this and complaining about that, and yeah, he missed an apex there, and and all sorts of stuff. And I do my optimal lap, and the lap time is the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never driven a better lap in my life, but the lap time is the same. And the lap Agard sets with the Ford is full of mistakes. So yeah, this car is just, it's gone.
Yeah, I get that.
The bop is so bad, mate. I don't
It
even
really is.
understand it.
Yep. Some strong races, obviously. Shame about your participation with the wheel issues and whatever the other thing was. But yeah, it's been great having you. Are you coming back for next season?
I always try to participate in ARL. Always have a good time here. Broadcasts are amazing. Racers are amazing. There's always good races here, so I try to participate as long as I can.
Thanks, bro. That's lovely to hear. Again, congratulations on the win, and yeah, very strong season, it must be said. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course, to Agard for winning the championship. He's been, as I said, great all season. Consistent, doing his best season ever in ARL, I think. And of course to ARL and you boys for both organizing and broadcasting the events. Always a good time.
Awesome, mate. Cheers, and we'll likely catch up soon. Cheers, thank you again, and we'll catch you next time you are winning a race and in an interview.
Thank you, guys. Talk later.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Eric there, our race winner. He would have had a strong season, obviously.
Yeah.
A terrible race one, though. Awful. I remember now.
Yeah.
Awful.
He qualified low down. It was at
Awful.
Mexico City,
Yeah,
wasn't it? And
awful.
he was sort of...
No, I only say bad
Yeah.
things when I'm not in voice with him.
Yeah. But yes, finished the season strong. We can now have a chat with our pro champion. It's Nikolai Agard. Nikolai, I really appreciate you making that entertaining for us because 2 points in the end. We're on the edge of our seats. You lost the championship leader for a little bit in the middle. I mean, talk us through the slowdowns. I mean, did you not want to, drive on the black stuff today?
I had to test all the track, you know. But yeah, the race today, not so happy with that. I didn't have any time to practice this week, so it was just some few laps before the session opened. So I was very unprepared. So all in all, this race was good if you think about the non-practice I did have before this. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm just I'm a little bit bummed about the race. I wanted to do better, but I just tried to manage through the race, trying to keep the car under control and finish not too far back so I could take the win. And thanks to my teammate Eric for pulling this insane race off, because without him I couldn't do it. So thanks to him.
Yeah, well, in the end, it's a culmination of all the events, and you absolutely did establish yourself as the best driver across the season. I mean, it's pretty crazy to me how I think it was maybe, was it like 18 months ago? I feel like you won the Pro-Am Championship in the Porsche Cups, I want to say, and how you've been able to improve so much sort of in the time since to now be, you know, the top pro driver in GT3 Trophy. I mean, yeah, I mean, you must be very proud of yourself just to improve so much as a driver over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey, following close Eric, so learning every day from him. But it was Apex GT3, the AM championship I won.
Ah, sure, yeah.
And I had the P2 in the Pro-Am a few seasons ago, where I missed a lot of races, so that was also very good. But sometimes work gets in the way, but it's been a very fun journey. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And yeah, in terms of the race there, I mean, were you aware while you were driving sort of the championship connotations? I mean, were you aware that it was 8th position that you needed? Did you do all the maths beforehand?
Yeah, I knew that I didn't have the pace this race because Imola is not one of my favorites. So we went through it before the race and just checked. So I knew what I had to do, and that was pretty close, too close for comfort, but yeah, it worked out.
In terms of what's coming up next, I mean, obviously Eric mentioned that he would be interested in doing another season of this in future. Are you lining this up next, and what other series are you looking to tackle? Is it special events that you're going to be driving? Is it GT3s you're sticking with, or are you going to be giving the Porsche Cup a go? I mean, what does 2026 have in store for you and your team?
A new team is what I'm planning next year. Special events, yeah. We had the P2 in Split 2 at Daytona last year, so I'm looking forward to maybe getting a bit higher this year. But yeah, I would love to come back in to drive in Apex again. It's every year has been, every season has been very what's the word?
Fantastic, enjoyable, wonderful. And, I mean, there's no shortage of words.
I agree with all of those, but learningful, I would say.
Sure.
I'm learning so much in these races because if you're looking away from officials, I feel that maybe these races people train a lot harder too. So it's a lot more competitive, and not always, but pretty much the whole time. The racing is a little bit cleaner, I feel.
Awesome.
So I really do enjoy it, and I really do listening to the races after I've driven them, because I think you two are really good commentators.
Thank you.
So I really do enjoy looking back at the races. So thank you to you guys for an amazing broadcast. I take my hat off for you guys.
Thank you. We're blushing.
Yeah. I
so-
feel bad calling out. I feel bad calling out every single slowdown now.
Yeah.
I meant them in the nicest way.
Yeah, do watch back this one, Nikolai. Well, thank you very much, Nikolai, for joining us. Is there any other shout-outs you'd like to give out to anyone else?
Yeah, to you guys, especially you two guys, for the amazing broadcast and the amazing commentating. You guys are awesome, really awesome.
Thank you, mate.
And to my teammates, Eric and Ivan, and congrats to them on the team championship. So yeah, looking forward to next year, and hoping to chat with you guys again. Maybe a little bit more happy. I'm just a little bit down about the race, but I'm happy about the championship though. I really am.
As you should
Big
be.
congrats.
Congratulations, Nikolai, and yeah, look forward to speaking soon.
Yeah, you too guys. Enjoy
Cheers.
the evening.
And yourself.
Nikolai Agard there.
Awesome season.
Well-deserved champion.
Plus, we like him a lot more now.
Yeah.
That's how you get to us.
Yeah. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Um,
No more penalties for him.
let's have a chat with Simon Andre Livingston, shall we?
Oh, yeah, cool. Simon, can you hear me okay, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How was it, mate? Looked like a tough race. Obviously, we had a lot going on in the race, so apologies for me not keeping up with everything. I saw you had a moment which you recovered pretty well from, if I remember rightly. But yeah, there was a lot going on in that race. How was it? Imola, a track you enjoy?
No.
Straight to the point.
Can't say I enjoyed it. But to be fair, I enjoyed driving the track, but I don't know what it was today. If it was something I ate when I woke up or something, because I don't think I ever driven a worse race than this. Spinning twice on my own, no fault to anybody else. Had like for I think the half hour of the race I had 19 incident points, so I was struggling, and then I thought like oh, championship, that's gone already. I knew that after quali, because no, if Martin keeps it on track, he's the champion. So I was just focusing on trying to keep the distance for P2 in the championship, and then yeah, of course I'm in the position, then spins, then kind of recovers, and then I'm in a safe position for keeping it. Then I spin again, and then I see that he had a disconnect, which is really unfortunate, but sometimes it's part of the game. I guess we call that iRacing technical issues or PC technical issues. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why
like...
I hope they never introduce it, because we have them. We have them just as much as IRL drivers, I feel. But no, I mean, great season. I think you came into the first quarter of the season not confident in your chances of the championship, which I think you then almost probably later regretted, because you found yourself in the opportunistic chance for a championship fight. Yeah, I mean, it must be impressive how close in the end you finished to Martin, because the start of his season looked really strong. Talk me through it, like the mentality of the points over the season.
Yeah, to be fair, like right before I joined the Apex League, I had already almost sold the sim rig and was thinking about retiring, because I didn't really find the pace after like the new tire model and stuff, and I had like a break all summer doing IRL racing. So
right.
I don't know if just the beginning of the season for me was more like a learning curve. I went into the season thinking like, okay, now I'm gonna do proper league racing again, and just having to learn how to drive these cars now in racing again. So like after like finding some, I don't know, the switches went off, and then I figured out how to drive it faster, and then I saw like the progression coming. So yeah, I'm in general happy about the season. I wish that I would have figured out those switches a little bit earlier, probably be more competitive in the start, but it is what it is. I can't go back in time, unfortunately.
Sure, no, I think you should be proud. You had a strong season. It's been tough. It has been very competitive. I mean, like even the Pro-Ams, it's insane. I'm glad I'm in the commentary booth for this season. It looks very competitive. No, so I think you've done very well. You should be pleased. So don't sell the sim rig and stick with it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're looking really good. It's been a good season. Aspirations of Pro-Am next season, or you want to stick out the Am and find your footing?
Now, for me, I think if I come back, I will race in whatever class I get put into. Of course, like I'm always trying to find more pace, more consistency. And I feel like I've been kind of stuck in like this amateur, the top of amateur in Apex. So if I manage to find some more switches and get my pace up there for the Pro-Ams, I would be happy to race in the Pro-Ams as well. So we will see what the time brings and what Sam decides. I think like it's all up to him where he wants to put me. So
careful, the power goes to his head. It goes to his head really quickly well. Like it's insane. He starts ordering me about after the stream until the power trips out. No, great stuff, and wise words, well said. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, mate?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to you guys, and I have to give a shout out to Twite Park, and a shout out to like my solo racing team, Livingston Racing, which done his last race now, because I have plans for plans of joining a new team for next year. So we will just see what the future brings and what kind of suit I will come back in. I think it's going to be exciting.
So you can't make the announcement now live on the air?
No, have to wait and see.
All right, well, let me know. Just ping me in Discord. I'm interested. But yeah, great stuff. Looking forward to hearing all about that, and I hope it works for you. Great stuff. I'm glad you didn't sell the sim rig, mate. Yeah, great season. I look forward to catching you in the next one, hopefully sometime soon. Thanks, mate. Lovely chatting to you. Good season. P2 in the end, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I hope so.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm just Sam's the number guy. I'm more just the face and the talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Bye.
Thanks. Good season for Salmon. I like how his confidence came on track.
Yes, yeah, it was very, very good. In terms of the championship, because I have actually updated the points, so I will be able to say conclusively what the points were. So 795 points for Nikolai Agard and 793 points for Mega Palac, so it was 2 points.
What, and Dragota getting P3?
Dragota managed to get P3.
Very impressive.
Also, Kraus, of course, Kraus wasn't around today, was he? So he was fourth, but of course Rosseth with the disrupted season, Watson not having a great time of it. Winkler missed 3 rounds. In the Pro-Ams, of course, Yeehor won quite comfortably in the end. 67 points clear of Aiden Carter, who usurps Gordon Hawk at the final round of the season. And then in the Amateur Championship, of course, Martin Varga won. And Simon did hold on to second place in the championship. He was 10 points ahead of Jan Schuttler. Jakob Trinko, of course, with a difficult second half to the season, finishing in the distant 4th. So yeah, cool that all of our championships came down. And of course, in the teams championship, we should say congratulations to Grufter Kant and Orto, who won the championship by 1,614 to 1,573. So very, very close again in that championship.
Yeah, I think core were great competitions, to be honest. Great competitors, to be honest. That was really fun. All the classes were fun, actually. I've been really impressed with this season. Looking forward to the next one.
Of course, and of course, the next one will be Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup. That's the only series which is really in progress at the moment, or well, it isn't even in progress yet. It starts in January. But of course, do still check out the ApexRacingLeague.com website and the Discord as well to Apex Racing League in the description below, because if you go to that, then you can join our server, and then whenever a new series is announced, then you'll be the first to know. Of course, also checking out the Apex Racing League social medias as well, on Instagram in particular, is a very good way to find out about new series as well. Of course, thanks to our sponsors, SDK Gaming, who provide our overlay, VRS, and to Apex Racing Academy. And for one final time, of course, a reminder that their holiday sale is currently in progress. Just use the code XMAS40 for 40% off an annual silver subscription. But for now, for myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson, and everyone here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio, thank you for tuning in for this season of Apex Racing League GT3 Trophy, and we'll see you for the next one.
Ciao.